bitch. Oh, excuse you? Baloney wash. I'm annoyed. I'm just here to give my opinion and carry in. Oh, it's Kris Avalon Unfiltered, bitch. Well, hello everybody. Welcome. What's going on? It's your boy Kris Avalon, and welcome to a brand new episode of Kris Avalon Unfiltered, a show where we basically go in and dig down deep into the latest celebrity news, hot topics, anything that has to do with entertainment. We talk about it on this here show. So, before we get to said topics, do yourselves a solid and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification button, so that way you will know when we go live with a episode of the show that you're watching now. Okay, so we got a lot of topics to get to. So we're gonna talk about the Razzie Awards that came out. We still waiting on the Oscars, so we don't even know what's going on with that. But the Razzie Awards, that is the thing that highlights the worst films of the year, which would be 2023. So I always think it's more fun to talk about the worst movies and who got on the nominations and all the other stuff. Well, who was nominated, that sort of thing. Plus, Justin Timberlake dropped a new song. He previewed it. In Tennessee where he did his live one night only free performance. We're going to talk about that. Plus, he released a little video that gets giving promotion to the new album. I was confused, but we're going to talk about it. So, child, I saw this thing earlier. So apparently Tina Knowles out here liking anti-Janet Jackson posts. Is there beef between the Knowles and the Jacksons? We're going to talk about that coming up. Also, Bussy Madazz is still got, peen in his mouth, the gays peen, because he said the gays was bullying him because he don't agree with the lifestyle. This is what he's saying. We're going to talk about it as a class. So we got that. Speaking of, buffoons and things, we're going to talk about Candace Owens and the fact that she's going in and letting have Ariana Grande calling her all kinds of Jezebels and whores, and said that she got a random hoe disorder. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. Plus, Dave Chappelle is going in on Katt Williams and saying that he's only going after black comedians. Okay. So we got the video for that. Plus, Tasha K is getting it from both sides. First, we're going to talk about Kevin Hart's lawsuit against her. Excuse me. And how he submitted some evidence, some bombshell evidence in his legal battle against her, because he's accusing her and the ex-assistant of extortion. Plus, Cardi B out here saying that she got a secret offshore account where she's hiding her money because, she's saying, bitch, better have my money. So she's trying to get her money. And the reality is, Cardi B believes this situation. So we're going to talk about that. Plus, Alec Baldwin has been indicted on, for involuntary manslaughter over that Rust movie, that, the accidental shooting that took the life of a crew member. So we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. But like I said, do yourselves a solid and hit that like, subscribe, notification, all the stuff, so that way you go live. And I want to say thank you to all the new people that have been subscribing within the last month. I have been noticing, I get the notifications and things. There's been a lot of people that's been subscribing, so I just want to say welcome to all the new subscribers. And of course, throughout the show, I'm sure there's going to be people jumping in the comments, because this is a live show where y'all will, we'll go back and forth and we'll banter and we'll talk about a bunch of things. And so I appreciate all the people, new and old, or veterans, we'll say. We don't want to say old, but the veterans and the newbies that have been supporting this show, those from the beginning and those who have just now come in and discovered the show. So I appreciate all of y'all, and thank you for your support. So hold on, let me get to my banners and things so that way we can get this ball rolling. Let me get my little scrollation at the bottom. And let's get into this first topic, yeah, which is the 2024 Razzie Nominations. Now, when I saw these nominations came out earlier, I did cackle because a lot of these movies I did see, and I kind of agree. So, like I said earlier when I was giving the prelude as to the topics we were going to be talking about, we're still waiting on the Oscar nomination stuff to come out. I have a feeling that it may happen tomorrow, because normally, look, we almost at the end of January. The end of January is next week. So February is right around the corner. The Oscars ain't until March. So I'm assuming that it's probably going to come out right after, because, the Oscars, y'all definitely get them damn things out there so people can get out there and vote. But the Razzie Awards came out. So they said Expendables 4 tops the not so coveted list. This is a shout out to the deadline for this. Of Razzie Award nominations this year with 7 chances to take home a dubious honor. Tying for a close second were The Exorcist Believer and Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, each receiving 5 nominations. 2 movies that's supposed to be scary that is nominated. Funny enough, there's a sequel to Winnie the Pooh coming out. So I guess enough people watched it. So whether or not people liked it or whatever, there is a sequel coming. I know people complain that it was just like the acting was terrible. I still haven't seen it, and it's on Peacock. Along with Exorcist Believer. Exorcist was a mess. I'm glad it's being nominated for all the awards. I hope David Gordon Green is nominated as a director. We'll check down the list and see if he's on there. And I'm glad he bailed. They got rid of him, and then they got to find a new person to come in. But for the most part, I did see with the recent stuff when I'm trying to remember if I saw a new trailer or if it was just like I was watching reports online from like the horror pundits, but they basically said that now they got a little budget. The Winnie the Pooh costume situation looks a little better, but hopefully the scripts is better. Because it's like, it ain't about whether or not y'all can get the look down. I mean, that plays a part in it, but we also need like a good script, some good acting, and all that good stuff, and then bring on the gore. I mean, I do like the idea of Winnie the Pooh being kind of twisted into a scary thing, but y'all got to make the movies good, though. I know they're doing that with Mickey Mouse, with all the films and stuff they got coming out with that. Now that IP is up for grabs. But anyway, so they said after strikes lingering of a worldwide plague and a general sense of universal agoraphobia, the decline of the cinematic experience goes without saying. This is what Razzie organizers said in announcing today's nominations. Thankfully, a doll pick and a bomb movie jump-started the industry, which still left a trail of poo behind for the Razzies to pick up. This year's acting contenders feature former Oscar winners Jon Voight, Russell Crowe, and Dame Helen Mirren, as well as Razzie repeat offenders Sylvester Stallone, Megan Fox, and Jennifer Lopez, who I just saw was up in Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week starts next month, but I saw she was in Fashion Week and she had on this coat made of flowers, which I thought was really interesting. She said it was dipped. They dipped it in some type of liquid or whatever to keep it fresh and alive. So anyway, so they said that so the worst picture nominations is The Exorcist Believer, Expendables 4, Meg 2, The Trench, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Winnie the Pooh. Here's the thing. Exorcist Believer was terrible. Expendables 4 was god-awful. Meg 2, I like Jason Statham, but child, what was you thinking doing a sequel to that? Well, first of all, after the first one, it shouldn't even made a second one. Shazam, I literally could not get through that movie. That movie was so bad, and then the acting was atrocious, and it was just like, I couldn't. So they said, worst actor, Russell Crowe, The Pope's Exorcist. This I agree with. That accent was a hot mess. The movie wasn't even all that good. I heard it was based on a true story, but if it was based on a true story, can y'all make that scary? I think they were just making shit up as they went along. Vin Diesel, Fast X. Now, we talked about Vin Diesel last week with this whole thing where they cutting the budget and all this other stuff with the film. You know, my main complaint with him was that his acting is very monotone. Like, he doesn't bring nothing really energy-wise to that character. He just be sleepwalking playing Dom Toretto. And then part what were we on? X10? Yeah, X is 10, duh. Fast X was slightly better than 9. 9 is unwatchable, but 10 was, this parts of that movie I could probably tune in and check out, but for the most part, that movie was just as bad as 9. So I'm glad they're scaling it back and taking it back to, basics and stuff with that. But yeah, Chris Evans Ghosted. I still haven't seen that movie. Where can I find? I think, isn't that on Apple TV or something or another? I've not seen that movie. Jason Statham, Meg to the Trench, and I don't even know about Mercy with Jon Voight. First of all, I don't like Jon Voight on account of him being a shitty ass father to Angelina Jolie, and he's a damn Trump supporter. So that automatically trumps the fact of why I don't like his ass. Now, worst actress, Ana de Armas, Ghosted. I believe Ana de Armas was dating Chris Evans at the time when they made this movie, but now he's with was Ana de Armas with Ben Affleck? I know he's married to that chick from, oh my god, what's the name of that damn show? The one that they just canceled over at Netflix where she was playing Warrior Nun. That's who he married. He married the lead actress for Warrior Nun. That's who Chris Evans, America's ass married. He married Warrior Nun. So Ana de Armas and Ghosted. Megan Fox and Johnny and Clyde. I'm surprised she wasn't nominated for her part in Expendables 4. Salma Hayek, Magic Mike's Last Dance. You want to know something? Tandy Newton, you dodged a bullet with that one because you originally were supposed to play that part before they brought Salma Hayek in. So you better be glad that you jumped ship on that much. That's probably why she left. She was like, this shit is terrible. I'm not doing this damn movie. So, like I said, worst actress Anna de Armas, Megan Fox, Salma Hayek, Jennifer Lopez in The Mother, and Dame Helen Mirren, Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I couldn't stand Shazam. I'm glad they not making that damn movie no more. Both the movies was terrible in my opinion. But Jennifer Lopez in The Mother, I'd seen when I posted this online, some people was like, well, The Mother wasn't that bad. But it wasn't that good either. I've always said that I like Jennifer Lopez and I always wanted her to be in like these big tentpole action stuff. Like I've always thought that she was always good playing that tough chick role or being in those type of films. And that's what I kind of wish that she would have done more of. And The Mother wasn't bad. I like the premise. There was certain parts of the movie that was good, but I expected more, especially with the whole action stuff. I feel like she could have done better, especially with her being a dancer and someone who could pick up choreography relatively well. I always thought, like I keep saying, Jennifer Lopez will work so good in a John Wick type of universe, but she got to learn how to be a supporting character and think that, sis, you're not the lead of the movie. Like you just got to be a supporting character to the film in which you win. But I don't know if she could do that. So they said worst supporting actress Kim Cattrall, About My Father. Never even heard of that. Megan Fox. Okay, so they did put her in Expendables. Megan Fox in Expendables 4. Bai Ling, she's still around. Johnny and Clyde, Lucy Liu, Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and Mary Stuart Masterson, Five Nights at Freddy's. I actually like my Five Nights at Freddy's. I enjoyed it. It's not a movie that I've seen. Well, I guess when you only watch a movie one time and it's not something you revisit, does that mean it's a bad movie? Sometimes I wonder. So, and then they said, worst supporting, we're going to hurry up and finish this. Worst supporting actor, Michael Douglas, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Mel Gibson, Confidential Informant. I did see that movie. I don't know what the hell possessed me to watch that. I think I was just in the mood to watch a bad, one of those straight to streaming action movies, something mindless for an hour and a half. And I did watch it. That movie was pretty bad. Michael Douglas and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania, I literally watched 20 minutes of it, and I think it just became background noise to me. That movie was not good at all. Bill Murray, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I actually forgot he was in the damn movie. Franco Nero as the Pope in The Pope's Exorcist, and Sylvester Stallone in Expendables 4. Then they kill him off in that damn movie, and then only found out he was alive. So yeah, so it goes on and on. So basically, is that you get a lot of the same old. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Expendables, Exorcist, Indiana Jones, and A Dollar Destiny was nominated too, and so all the other stuff. So those are your big, nominated films. Not surprised by this list. I thought they would have added a couple of others in there too, but if this is their main little list, then I guess that's what it is. So shout out to y'all, good luck to y'all, and I'll see. I wonder if there's gonna be some actual people that'll show up to the awards, like Halle Berry did to get her award for Catwoman. I remember that. Okay, so let's get to our next topic, which is Justin Timberlake's new song. So I told y'all last week that Justin Timberlake was going to be performing at a free show in Memphis. I guess this is like for the fans or whatever the case was, or as a way to promote his upcoming new album, which is called Everything I Thought It Was. We found that out after, the performance and everything. He posted on Instagram some video of like a car driving into a gas station. I was so confused of what the hell was going on. It was like a little toy car being driven into a gas station. It looked like a 7-Eleven. The car was across in the middle of the desert. And I heard a little bit of the song. If he posted on his TikTok, I would post it here or play it here, but I'm not going to do that because, when it comes, I don't know if he's on the label, if he's independent, it don't matter, I guess, at this point. But a lot of times when you play other people's music on things, especially if they're a major celebrity, it gets flagged and they want a copyright infringement and all this other mess. And I don't want to get the show shut down because I want to give y'all a little taste. But if y'all go to his TikTok, or I'm sure if you Google Schmoogle, you will find or get a taste of the song. But I did post a live version of him performing it, the song called Selfish, where some people thought it was like, wait, you redoing the NSYNCs? I'm like, how many damn Selfish songs has he sung? Quite a few. So he got a song about, being jealous and he can't help it. He wants every bit of a girl. And child, why you need to write a song called Infidelity? Because quiet as it's kept, Justin Timberlake has always had an issue keeping his dick in his pants. This ass Brittany and allegedly the wife, the one he married to now, Jessica Biel. Because remember when he was messing with that girl from Raising Dion when they was working on that movie? I forget the name of it. I know it came and went like a fart in the wind. But they did a song. Look, she had her hand on that thigh when they was out in New Orleans when they was filming that movie. But anyway, so I heard the song. Child, like everything else I've been hearing so far this year, it's big. Like the Lil Nas X song, I heard it even that song did really bad. Then, okay, the Ariana Grande song, because we're gonna get into Ariana Grande later on in the show with Candace Owens is going after her. Her song is okay. Like I said, it's not the greatest. Like I've heard her come stronger with songs. It's okay, it's cute. But it's not a song like since I heard the song maybe and I listened to it 3 times in a day just to make sure. I'm like, do I like the song? Then I was like, well, wait a minute. Now I'm becoming one of those people that, oh my God, now I got to convince myself to like something because people are because it's the big promotional mainstream track. So now I'm like, oh, if I look, because this is that shit that they like doing with the trickery. They want to get y'all to like something. Oh, keep listening to it over and over and over and over. Eventually, it'll grow on you. No, it got to hit me out the gate. And maybe I'll give it like 2 or 3 more tries. But if it don't get me after that 3rd try, then it's like, okay, like I'll listen to the rest of the album. But it's not, I'm sure that's probably going to be one of the songs I skip. But anyway, so everything I thought it was. Okay, the title was basic and whatever. It's nothing to snooze at. Like, it's nothing I don't know. It's just, and another thing, he's supposed to appear, I guess, as the musical guest this week on SNL. And Dakota Johnson is supposed to be the, I guess, guest host, celebrity host or whatever. Does that mean, wait, why would she be there? Because the only reason why I know that Dakota Johnson, the only movie I know that she's currently will be promoting that's supposed to be coming out this year is Madam Web. Is that coming out soon? First of all, that movie don't even look that good to me. It looks so corny. Like I'm quiet as it's kept. I don't particularly care for a lot of the how like these superhero movies that they've been releasing as of lately. It just seems so basic and dry to me. Like I just don't care. So I don't know why she would be there. I can see why he would be there, but if he's out there promoting a new song this week, does that mean that Justin Timberlake's album is coming out as soon as February? Child, all I know is you better not release your album around the same time as Usher, because this is going to be a problem. Like, I will windmill you over that. Usher's album supposed to be coming out around the time that he does the Super Bowl. And then on top of that, he's supposed to be releasing a song that I believe, from what I've heard, is supposed to have like this Afro beat type of something. Not Justin. Child, if he did Afro beats, people would look at him as a colonizer and with the side eye, which don't get me wrong, they probably looking at him in that way already. I've heard people call Justin a colonizer for always embarking on the whole R&B thing. And speaking of which, his song does sound like just any old song that could be sung by anybody. And I think that is my overall issue with male performers. And this is why I think like male performers really don't excel in the same way as like, especially with the gay community or just musicians as well. I don't know, my straights, y'all could jump in this too in the comments or whatever. But when it comes down to like, it seems like we go harder for the Arianas and the Beyoncés and the Brandies and the Monicas and the all the pop and the Pinks and the Madonnas, all the pop girls, and the Katy Perrys and the Gwen Stefani, we go for them harder. But then when it comes to the males, it's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all not giving us anything. Like the men are just men. Why male singers so damn boring? Is it because y'all just so scared to step out of the box and do something different and interesting? Or y'all afraid that like you're gonna be called out like a Lil Nas X or a Sam Smith or whatever? Like whenever we get these male artists out here doing things that kind of pushes the boundaries, y'all want to call them gay or whatever the case is. But it's like these male singers is boring. Like he up there with a suit on, some damn Converse, singing his lame ass mid tempo wannabe R&B pop track. Like, child, who produced that? Well, quiet as it's kept, I do feel like his Timberland's beats is outdated too. I was listening to something he did the other day, and I'm like, it was a new song. I'm like, what is this? It is not giving, but whatever. So yeah, he did post on his Instagram that on January 27th he's going to be performing on SNL. Well, good for him. But my question is this: do y'all care about this song? Do y'all care about a Justin Timberlake solo album? Are y'all here for this new JT era? Me personally, I'm not. Personally speaking, also, So be paying attention, and the people in the comments on my social medias when I posted this stuff, they were throwing the shade. I feel like people want a NSYNC reunion, album tour, all that other stuff, more so than a Justin Timberlake solo record. And I feel like that is where he should have went, especially with all this controversy surrounding him. I feel like Justin Timberlake should have went more of the NSYNC. Let's reunite NSYNC. Let's work on a couple of songs. We could throw out an EP, like 6 tracks of new songs, and then we get out there and do the hits. But we also give the gay, the gays will be supporting the girls and the gays, give them what they want. And I feel like it would have been so much better to do an NSYNC reunion, get the band back together. They wouldn't mind getting out there to perform. Y'all don't gotta get up there and do all that crazy choreography like New Edition or who's the other one? Or New Kids on the Block. New Kids on the Block is still out here doing it, but we ain't, no shade, we ain't featuring New Kids on the Block like that. My era was NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. So it is what it is. But yeah, like I asked, do y'all care? Like I said, I think more people want an NSYNC reunion more so than they want a Justin Timberlake reunion. That's all. Okay, so let's get to these comments. Child, you still talking about this Madonna? Child, look, at this point, we could care less about this whole Madonna being late situation. You either at this point, you either go and support the tour or you don't. It just is what it is. And now I feel like does this open a Pandora's box? Because she ain't the only one that been late. Like Lauryn Hill been out here showing her entire ass every time she go live, and the only thing y'all do is get on social media and complain. Y'all ain't never filed a lawsuit. Y'all ain't never taken that lady to court with her one damn album. So I don't want to hear it. Like me, not you, but I'm just saying in general. Like it's just so annoying. Like everybody keeps talking about this. Well, Pink don't be late. Beyonce don't be late. This one don't be late. Okay, well, she ain't neither one of them bitches. It is what it is. Like, if she is going to show up early, late, whatever, y'all know that whenever Madonna goes on tour, just beware that she not going to show up when she says she's going to show up. So know that specifically for her. Other artists, they could show up on time, do whatever the case is. If they show up late, then cuss their ass out too. Or stay your ass home. That's just what it is. Like, to me, it's like if I have other things going on in my life and I'm not gonna be able to go to a concert or something because this a certain celebrity is gonna be disrespectful and not show up to an award, to anything or whatever, then I'm not gonna go support them. I'm not gonna go and give my money to that artist. I will wait until or that person could have stayed their ass and watched the whole goddamn concert on YouTube. Like, I seen Madonna's entire concert on YouTube, and I'm going to see her next Monday at Madison Square Garden. She's going to be at MSG tonight and tomorrow, but my show is next week. Thank God the day I bought my tickets wasn't the one that they canceled, because she did cancel one of the she canceled one of her shows because she was supposed to do 4 nights. She's only doing 3. That was before she got sick. But I'm glad that the ticket I got, which was I picked like the last show that she was going to be doing at Madison Square Garden. So I'm glad that show was still around. And I didn't pick like some, Saturday show, because I think that's no, my show was a Saturday, actually. If I would have went months ago, it was supposed to be a Saturday. But now I'm going next Monday. So, yeah, she's going to be there tonight. I'm curious, for those of you who are going to the show tonight in New York, let me know what time she go live. Because when I do the show next week, I will let you know what time she got on the stage for her tour. I'll let y'all know what time she went live, because that's what seemed to be the big thing everybody want to talk about. So, but here's the thing. Wait, what? I've noticed that MF1 is getting more traffic. What does that mean? The MF1, is that Monday to Friday one? Oh, and you say it's on Apple. Oh, you talking about the movie with Chris Evans? And that supposed to be like a spy type of situation. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, they were talking about that movie's terrible. I don't know. I'll watch it and see for my damn self. Okay, so let's get to this damn story. So apparently Tina Knowles is being dragged on social media for liking a shady post about Janet Jackson. Like, okay, so I was minding my business, looking for something to talk about. So I went on. I've never heard of Lipstick Alley. So media take. Well, wasn't media takeout? It was one of them damn blogs. So I saw one of them was posting about it. I also saw the Impressive channel talked about it too. So I was like, oh, let me give my take on the tea, which was, this whole story. So apparently we talked about it last week. It's funny how we're revisiting a lot of old stories. That Janet Jackson was going back on tour to do a reboot of her Together Again tour. So it's supposed to be starting in June of this year. She's going to be doing New York, of course. It's going to be at the Barclays Center. She's not doing MSG. Didn't she do MSG the last time she was here? But anyway, doesn't matter. She's going to be going around, I believe. Okay, so last year she did America, North America, and beyond. I believe she's also supposed to have been doing Philippines, Europe, parts of Europe. I believe that she was supposed to be doing that. I don't know what happened with them dates, but I think it was mostly like a lot of Asian areas that she's supposed to be going. Like I said, the Philippines and China, I guess all over the place she's supposed to be doing. I don't know what happened with those. I don't know if she did it. If she did, let me know in the comments. But now she's gonna be coming back to America doing her show. So one of Tina Knowles' friends posted on social media. Her name is Let68 on Instagram. LET68. So go get her. Go ahead, janitors. Go get her ass. So anyway, she posted on Instagram this graph which says, wait, actually, you want to know something just so y'all can see it? Let me pull up the graphic for y'all so that way we can all look at it as a class on the site that I saw it from. Okay, so like right here, it says pre-sales happening now, view on sale times. So it says section 101 row C. The tickets are $839.95. That's the gold Janet Jackson VIP lounge package. The ultimate Janet Jackson meet and greet and VIP lounge package is $2,159.95. The ultimate Janet Jackson meet and greet and VIP lounge package is $2,279.95. 5 cents, and section 102 row 1, which is the ultimate Janet meet and greet VIP lounge package, $2,300, close to, well, $2,399. That's like $2,400 basically. So that's like the meet and greet package. So it's like, it's not just the seat that you getting in. You actually gonna get the seat, the good seats. You're gonna get to go backstage. You get to have a conversation with Janet. You get a picture, all that other stuff. Which to me is actually not bad, because if I'm gonna pay that kind of money, I want the whole works, in my opinion. So the people was coming after. Oh wait, let me not jump the gun, because we're gonna get into Miss Tina and we're gonna get into Beyonce ass too, because she ain't no innocent in this. So Let68 said, "What a joke! They add $1,000 for a 15-second meet and greet again. No front row for fans unless you want to bend over so they can continue to rake in the cash. You want Beyonce prices? Have real production. Just disgusted. I'm not the only one. Oh, my DMs, I'm getting. Way to thank your fans for years of support." And they showed that Tina liked the post. But here's the thing. See, Miss Tina knows. Wait, you're not even following your friend? Y'all supposed to be friends, but the bitch ain't following you. Okay, so here's the thing. At least she's doing a meet and greet and all this other stuff, unlike your daughter, who basically is charging people all this money for them Renaissance tickets, and she didn't even give their ass no damn meet and greet. And on top of that, there was people, and we're going to talk about it too. So everybody wants to talk about how they had a great experience at the Renaissance tour, and congratulations if you did. But people was also saying that the way that the stage was designed, that people had a hard time really getting a good look of the whole setup. So I don't get well, I do know where this is all coming from, because apparently what they said, the reason why Tina was throwing shade was because, or Janet got problems with the Knowles people, whatever, because Beyonce had made a comment in, I believe it was an Elle magazine article or whatever the case was, that the Knowles family gets compared to the Jacksons. Now I don't know where that comparison came from, probably because they got a lot of members of the family that's celebrities. When you got Kelly is the adopted family member, because they always been together. Solange is a performer. in her own right. She gets to do all the outside of the box type of stuff, and Beyonce is the superstar. So, and then they got the parents. The mother was making them ugly ass House of Diarrhea outfits. Yes, let's be clear, them clothes was not giving. And Matthew was the manager. Similar to Joe Jackson, minus I don't think he was beating Beyonce and Solange, unlike Joe Jackson was beating them other kids that he had and was out here. But look, him and Joe got a lot in common. They was out here stepping out on their wives and having kids with other people. We're not gonna sit up here and try to act like them two was innocent. So that's where the similarities is. And then allegedly, Matthew was out here taking Beyonce coins. Maybe he felt that he was owed some things because he sacrificed so much getting Beyonce to where she is. But apparently what it is that Beyonce was like, well, I come from a middle class family. My parents had a whole lot of money. My father was driving Jaguars, all this other stuff. And what had happened was they was like, my parents wasn't using us to kind of have this leg up in the world. Meaning you wasn't using us to get out of poverty. You wasn't having us singing for our supper and singing for a record deal to get us out of the ghetto. So, creating the Jackson 5 and then also having all the other siblings. Because remember, Rebe been out here made music. LaToya makes music. I don't know if she still does, but LaToya had every member of that damn Jackson clan had put out music. All of them. All the kids. But the only ones who had the most successful career was Michael and Janet. Those are only two. So apparently Janet ain't like what Beyonce said, and they kind of got a beef. That's the alleged situation. And I kind of believe that. I don't know if maybe Beyonce meant anything about that. Sometimes with us Virgos, we do say some stuff, and it comes across as a bit harsh and a little shady. We don't be meaning it sometimes, but look, sometimes shit come out the way it come out. I shouldn't be laughing. But and then Tina friend got in the comment. And why do people keep trying to call out my friend Tina for liking my post? People are here making comments agreeing with me, but nobody calls them out. Well, because they're not famous or fame adjacent. So that's what it is. But then other people so that's why they're not calling them regular people. Nobody care what a regular person say, or maybe they do care what a regular person say, because somebody say something in the comments shady about their fan or somebody they like, they will get them together. I've seen it on the social media. Another person put, first of all, the disrespect for Janet on this post is unreal. And at Miss Tina Knowles, I thought better of you than Alexa's childish post of a so-called fan. Janet has earned to charge any price she just wants. Just don't go simple. Other person put, but did they lie? Y'all not crying because I'm challenging high ass, or I think they meant charging. I'm charging high ass prices for a pared down show. Anyway, I just looked on Ticketmaster and the non-VIP prices are reasonable. The IG user is simply an entitled stan. And somebody put, why is Beyonce name even in it? Tina and her gal pal need to grow up. And another person said what I said. At least Janet does meet and greets, what she has done for almost all her tours, an appreciation for the fans. Hell, she's been doing this since 1990, the Rhythm Nation tour. Well, look, just be careful because, COVID is out here and you don't want to wind up with that. So just be careful with that. Oh, somebody put a read up in here. They said Miss Tina needs a hobby. Her entire life is defending and standing Beyonce in Instagram comments. I mean, quiet as a kept. It's like, yeah, because Beyonce can't be out here saying all the shit she want to say. And we know Beyonce can be shady if she want to. But so we're gonna have mama do it because Tina ain't got nothing else better to do. That's probably why that damn actor husband of hers left her. Because Tina gives me like she's unbearable to be around. She always looked like her face always look all screwed up and look like maybe it's the Botox. I don't know. But Miss Mama's always look like she mad. She always looked like she smells something foul. She give me like she's the black version of Renee Zellweger. Like she gives me kind of like that. So I ain't never particularly cared for Miss Tina Knowles. I get that you come from your daughter you are you bore us Beyonce and all this other stuff. But sometimes Tina give me like she got a nasty attitude in person. And then so Beyonce got to make up for it by being extra nice. So I don't know. But here's the thing. If y'all don't want to go and spend that money to go do a meet and greet with Janet Jackson, then you ain't got to do it. Another thing is, it's a summer concert, which is way better than y'all bitching about having a go to see Madonna in some damn January, but y'all need to understand Madonna is 60-something years old. The tickets that you're getting now is postponed from prior because she was in the hospital, damn near died. So they had to reroute and move everything to like now, which is the freaking winter. And yeah, I agree. I don't want to be out here in these colds, but I'd rather go to a summer show. So all I say is this, Janet, I get that you spending, you increasing and giving these kind of crazy prices or whatever. But here's the thing, girl, you got to give. I mean, I know she gives a good show. Everybody says she performs her ass off, and kudos to her at 50-something years old, and she's still out here keeping up with the choreography and all that stuff. That's great. But girl, you got to give me something else. Like I need Janet to be kind of giving me like something new, fresh, different. You keep giving me the same goddamn choreography, the same rearrangement, the same arrangements on them same damn hits. Like to me, it's like I guess maybe I'm used to artists when they get out there and they perform those songs, they're giving us remixes or something different. I don't need you doing your 5 albums and it's just medleys. You're not giving me no damn 2-minute version of each song blended into each other. We're not doing that. And then you need more than 4 damn backup dancers. So, but if y'all want to pay the $2,500, you go ahead and do that. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's that simple. So people like Tina Knowles, stop liking shady damn posts, and Tina Fran need to mind their damn business and let Janet do what she doing and stop trying to compare what other artists are doing to other artists. That's all I got to say on that. So y'all can leave y'all thoughts down on what y'all think, but I do see that we have some comments, by the way. Britney fans were shady and led people to do a campaign about her singer Selfish from Femme Fatale, but one Britney fan admits that they will never be canceled because of the general public loves JT. I But I don't know, because it seems like a lot of the people, whenever I write stuff about Justin Timberlake, a lot of people to be throwing ultimate shade at him. So, but I'm sure that he has his hardcore group of fans that will ride for him and all the other stuff. I was reading something, I think yesterday, or may have been today, I don't remember, when they were talking about the whole Justin Timberlake situation, and somebody wrote, why do people hate Justin Timberlake so much? What happened? So I guess there is a demographic of people out there that don't really pay attention to all the celebrity news, gossip, salaciousness, all the stuff that's going on. So people are not really, there are people, and I'm shocked, but I guess because I'm so ingrained into this circle and this space and talking celebrity news and being a commentator, pundit, whatever you want to call it, since I'm playing in this space, um, there are people out here that just they don't pay attention to this stuff and don't know what's going on. They just like the music or they like the artist. So some people just go and watch a movie and don't even know what, all the other stuff surrounding things. So there may be some truth to that there are people who, there's a general group of people that like Justin Timberlake, and that's fine. Y'all can like him. I'm not going to tell nobody what they can and cannot like. We all are entitled to like what we want. I just say for me, I'm gonna listen to the music and I'm gonna get my opinion on it, but I'm not somebody who is generally a Justin Timberlake fan, especially with all the stuff that he's done on account of Janet, account of Britney, the stuff he said about Michael Jackson and Prince and all that other stuff. So I said, Madam Web Promo, Sony is failing at their own spot. First of all, I gotta be honest, I have not liked any of these anti-hero side character Spider-Man multiverse type of stuff. Now, I do like the Spider-Man multiverse stuff with Miles Morales. The 2 movies that came out, yes, I like those, the animated. But I didn't like any of the Venoms. I damn sure I hated Morbius, and I still have my fingers with my friends because we went to the movies to see this, and I believe that was that might have been was it the last movie we saw before COVID? I don't remember. It was something that we saw that was before COVID. I gotta ask them. But anyway, so I remember we went to the movies to see that, but at the same time, because we had connections with AMC because we used to work there. So that's how we was. So I wasn't that upset, but I was so mad at myself for sitting in a theater and watching it. But anyway, so I didn't like that film. I'm not really looking forward to. Oh my God, this movie, Battle Web, I could care less. The trailer looked terrible to me. And then they have the movie with Aaron Taylor Johnson. I don't even know how I feel about that. That movie looks, I forgot what that's called. That's how much I care. And then I would love him release it the day Eternal Sunshine You want Justin Timberlake to release his album the same day as Ariana Grande? I mean, that would be cute. We could definitely see we get the battle of the pop acts to see who will outrank. I mean, honestly, it might be Ariana Grande. The gays love her, so they're gonna support whatever she comes out. But we got that story coming up between her and Klandace. All right, so let's get into this goddamn Bussy story. So, Bussy Madazz is out here still mad at the gays. Hold on. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Because we were just on that. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, so let's get into this Bussy Madazz story. So, he went on the neighborhood talk. I think this video came out yesterday, and I'm sitting there shaking my damn head. I don't know. It might have been yesterday. It might have just been over the weekend. So anyway, he's still out here going in on the gays, talking about how they bullying him for not liking the D. That's not why we were bullied. Well, I feel like bully is such a strong word. Also, we're not bullying you. You're just trying to play the victim because you feel like you could just come out here and say whatever the hell you want to say without consequences. I guess maybe you grew up in an era where you could call people all kinds of F words and homophobic slurs and they just took it. Like you seen that dude taking the D when you was in jail. And based off of your description, looked like you was watching it longer than you intended to watch. The video's out there somewhere if you Google Schmoogle, but he was sitting there talking about the N-word taking this much D and all on the mess. Look at me trying to watch my words today. But anyway, so we have the video where he's sitting up in here talking about how he feels like he's being bullied because, he gave his opinion on the LGBT or the gay community. I don't even know if we should include all the acronyms in there. But he said he being bullied by the LGBT or the gays. We'll just say the gays. And, now she won't play victim. Okay, prison dick.
I don't like dick. No gay Bro, y'all bullies, bro. I guess I'm the only one speak up for straight people, so I'm gay. Anybody who speak up for straight people, y'all say gay. Be crazy. Y'all done bullied the whole world, bro. Athletes, rappers, scared to say they straight. Rappers and athletes scared to even say they like women. They scared they gonna get bullied, bro. Y'all done bullied the whole world, except me. I'll blow y'all down. You know me. But y'all done bullied all the athletes, all the rappers. They can't even say they like pussy. Y'all can come under my live and call me whatever. You can call me that because you know I'm not that, and I'm not cool with it being pushed on the kids. But you can come on my live. I'm gonna try to block you, but so many of y'all be coming on my live calling me gay just because I don't like dick. I mean, this shit crazy. Just because I don't like.
Okay. So yeah, there's that. And I just feel like, here we go. This is typical bully behavior or victim behavior, or even this is typical bully behavior. This is people who want to be the bully. Y'all go and y'all pick, poke the bear. You pick on the person, and then when they retaliate, then you want to say, "Oh, they picking on me." I don't know, Karen or Blaren, Black Karen. That's what he give me. So here, Blaren, you cannot go out here and just all of a sudden try to project and say like, "Oh, these people are picking on you." Nobody's picking on you. You consistently go on social media any chance you get and bash people, or you have something to say about trans people, how parents is raising their LGBT children when you need to be worrying about how you raise yours. Because you got one of them. You got a lesbian for a damn daughter. And she don't even want nothing to do with your ass. So I'm not surprised by that. Then you out here getting your son and the nephew having sex with a grown woman. They should call ACS on your ass. Do they still call it that? What they call it now? They always change the damn acronyms for Child Protective Services. But we're gonna call it that because that's what I believe that's what it is. And y'all get the gist. So if you're not gonna be willing, like, worry about what you're doing over there and stop worrying about what we're doing over here. So that's why people are bombarding your social medias, because you constantly coming after the gays. You constantly got something to say about our community. So yes, we're gonna, now that you have your little platform and that colonizer Vlad gets to give you a platform every other week so you can go in and bash anybody you want to bash on that damn platform, and he goes viral. He make a little money from it. So we get to go into your situation and bully you. It's not bullying. It's the fact that we're holding your dusty, yellow-eyed ass accountable for the shit you say, for the bullying aspects, for you coming out and saying the negative things that you've said about a group of people that aren't even thinking about you. We don't want you. You're not even cute. You're ugly. You look like a straight up dust mite. Nobody wants to hunt you, sir. But if you got feelings within your spirit that you might be a member of our community, we not welcoming your ass. You can stay over there where you at. Because we don't want your ugly ass up in our situation. But you're not gonna get to go around and say all the stuff that you want to say about people without repercussions. And that's just the way the world works. You can't go around saying negative things or picking on a group of people and thinking that you're not going to get retaliated against for the shit you say. So nobody is going against straight people talking about how much pussy y'all like. If you like, congratulations, you like coochie, go out there and eat it. Go eat the box. Go fuck as many broads that you want to fuck and keep it moving. We don't care. But what you're not going to do is come over here and constantly pick on the community that ain't even thinking about you. We out here worrying about we got other shit we got to worry about. The fact of that orange rotund bastard get to office, how this might be the end to LGBTQ rights and all these other things that's going around. The fact that we have trans women of color, especially, being unalived by people every year because y'all want to sit out here and pretend, oh, I didn't know she was trans. You fucking knew. The fact of the matter is, y'all don't want to deal with the fact that you like trans women. So there's a lot of things that's going on within our community that we have to worry about besides Bussy getting on the neighborhood tour every 5 goddamn seconds when they want to put them on. And this is what I don't get. The person that runs the neighborhood, Kyle, you a whole homosexual. Why do you keep posting stuff like this on your page, giving the platform to this idiot, and you get people in the comments who talk about straight lives matter and all this other mess. And it's like, nobody said that it didn't. So now if some white person would have came out and said all lives matter to black people, y'all should be up in a damn, the titties be in a twist. And then y'all want to go, no justice, no peace, and you want to protest. So we can't have it both ways. We can't be a marginalized community and go and bash other people because you want to go and say, oh, those gays aren't part of our community. Well, mind you, a lot of time when you look at a lot of if history shows a lot of these protests have gone on, a lot of the things that's going on with get black people rights, gay people were at the front of that. Gay people were on those front lines out there protesting and marching for you to have the fucking rights that you have. Have you not seen the Bayard Rustin movie that's currently running around? Where you think that whole March on Washington situation with Martin Luther King started? A gay black man started that. So y'all want to sit out here and throw shade at queer people? When we getting shit done out here, you keep doing it. And letting people try to take y'all rights away from y'all as long as it fits the negative agenda that y'all want to perpetuate. Like that colonizer's religion, y'all continue to fall behind. So, but see, continue to do, go over there and do something. Whatever happened to the music? You're not making music. You spend more time on social media trolling people than actually being out here making music. So, oh, okay. So he said, LET, you looked it up? Well, I told y'all to go over there. He said that the Instagram is private unless you follow her. Oh, she did that shit because she knew she was going to get dragged by Janet's fans. That's why she said all that mess. I said, go over there and get her. Janet Jackson fans, what y'all call yourself, janitors? Go over there and get her ass. Because you want to say, that's another thing too. I don't understand people that go on social media and y'all say all kinds of crazy stuff and y'all will disable the comments. Y'all will make sure that people cannot post any kind of crap. Because Noah Schnapp did that shit too last week when he posted that fake ass public service announcement talking about, oh, I stand with everybody and I don't want anybody to die. We want the people to come home, the hostages and stuff. Well, guess what? Netanyahu don't want their ass to come home because the story just came out. If you pay attention to the news and stop real news and stop listening to these Western media people that want to feed y'all a bunch of BS. If you actually pay attention to the news, Netanyahu's not interested in negotiating getting those hostages back. He just shut down wanting to negotiate with Hamas to get those hostages back in a surrender. It just came out in the news last night because I read it. And then a friend of mine who lives in Spain, who's been out there protesting with, because there's Palestinians that live in Spain. So one of my friends, Jovan Albion, who lives in Spain, he sent it to me too. So I was like, oh yeah, I knew about that because I saw it yesterday. When I be going on my phone and I be scrolling through things, I get all the news. I'm not out here paying attention to the CNNs and shit or the mainstream news because they'll feed y'all a bunch of lies and BS to further our agenda, especially with that current president we got that's funding this damn genocide. Or that's why I said my drag queen name would be, if I was a drag queen, I would call myself Jenny Side. JENNYSIDE, Jenny Side. I said, oh, that's so messy and inappropriate, but that's just me. My sense of humor can be dark. Like this episode, it seems to be. It seems like we're doing a lot of crazy, twisted topics today. A lot of foolishness, and it's only January. But anyway, so let's get into Candace Owens, who apparently got a gripe with Ariana Grande. So the podcaster claimed Ariana was trashy for talking about riding D in the divisive track which she dropped, that would be Yes and, after backlash over her romance with Ethan Slater. The Wicked star, who's 30, began dating Ethan, 31, while he was still married to his ex-wife Lily J, who he has a son with. Ariana dropped Yes and earlier this week from her new album Eternal Sunshine. I cannot with that title because I keep thinking Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think she need to change that damn title, but if that's what you want to go with, sis, okay. Which will be released in March. In it, she sings, "Your business is yours and mine is mine. Why do you care so much whose D I ride?" Candace, sorry, because we don't call her Candace. We call her by the name I gave her. Just like when I call Megan McCain Nutmeg, we call her Candace. I change people's names, the ones I don't like. So Candace hit out the Nickelodeon alum's filthy behavior on her podcast. First of all, Candace is 34. Oh, God don't like ugly. That's like with who was the other one that we was talking about that they said that they was talking about like a lot of you what is she, Gen Z or millennial? But they were talking about like a lot of these Gen Zers, y'all are aging like y'all in y'all 50s. That was what I was reading. This black man talking about he getting tired of people saying that he look older than what he is. And I think he was like 31 and he said people be thinking he in his 40s. First of all, that is an insult to people in their 40s because I know a lot of people who was in their 40s and 50s that look way younger than a lot of this current generation. Y'all are stressed the fuck out. And that's no shade. I'm just saying. So anyway, Candace do not look like she's 34. She look like she got a hard goddamn life. But that's what happens when you go against your own damn people. Her black do crack. So now it's about the fact that she has come out with a song that basically celebrates her home wrecking capability. She's just like, yes, and I don't care. Yes, look at your husband. Look at the father of your children. And so what? Sources close to Ariana and Ethan stress at a time that Ethan had broken up. At the time that Ethan had broke up with Lily before the relationship began. Okay, I don't even believe that because according to Ethan's wife, that they were still together and they had a whole baby and everything before Ariana and him broke up. Maybe that's a story he told Ariana or based on Ariana's history. She didn't give a damn. Case in point, Big Sean. Y'all remember when she was with Big Sean? Apparently, Big Sean was with Naya Rivera. May she rest in peace. When Ariana got with her. So I get it, like why everybody likes Ariana Grande. Remember the black fishing and licking the donut and all that other mess. Y'all like to kind of give her, y'all don't want to hit her with the same energy. So y'all probably gonna look at me like I'm sideways, but you want to know something? I kind of agree with Candace over this. Now, I don't agree with all the other shit she say, but I will say that I agree with her on this. It's like, I don't like all the harsh stuff that she said, that she got whole tendencies and all those other mess. Like, I feel like, okay, sis, you need to worry about your own vagina. Like, how many kids you been pushing out your coochie as of late at 34? And them babies have aged you. And then somebody told me that the white man that she was hunching left her for another man. I don't know if that's true. If it is, let me know. But, I wouldn't be surprised because I'm like, anybody that would get with Candace would make anybody turn gay. Like I would think. But here's the thing. It's like, I don't like homewreckers. I don't like people who go and deliberately just be like, well, you know what? My marriage with Dalton didn't work because he's Mr. Real Estate out in LA and he's a real estate agent to the stars. And I'm spending like most of a year filming Wicked, which she better hope this shit was worth it and that movie actually does well at the box office. Because look, musicals we already see do not do well at the box office. you know, the track record shows that musicals don't really do all that well at the box office. Now, it was different. I heard Wonka did really well. The Color Purple bombed at the box office. I told y'all that, but you can watch the last episode to know what my thoughts are on the whole Color Purple thing and why I don't think that movie really did well at the box office. I did a whole situation on it if you missed it. But maybe with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo and the whole cast that they have on there being a part of it, maybe that Wicked will actually work as a movie because the Ariana Grande fans will go out and support it. But does she have enough fans that can actually flip into box office numbers? Box office and movies is completely different, playing field than doing music or record sales and streaming and all that stuff. So I do agree with her on that when it's saying that, like, I don't like the idea of Ariana messing with, you on set with this person because your husband isn't there. So you're probably feeling lonely, working those long hours. You see this goofy looking guy because let's be clear, Ethan Slater is not a looker, but if she like it, I love it. Looking at him, some people said they thought that was her, people thought that was her damn brother. But Ariana always had like weird taste in dudes when it comes to like the types that she goes after. Yeah, Big Sean was a cutie, but then she also went out with Mac Miller. And people would say, I don't want to be ill of the dead, but Mac Miller wasn't all that of a looker either, according to some people. But look, like I say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Just like them same people that was going in on Barry Keoghan and old dude from Shameless, the one that's out here, Jeremy Allen White. He was on here. I don't want to see what people seeing him. I don't know why people getting all hot for them. They don't even look all that good. I'm like, it's not. Why y'all get so wrapped up in somebody's face? Sometimes it's do they exude sex appeal, or some people are into like someone's body type or whatever the case is. It ain't always about everybody got to look like Jacob Elordi or fucking Brad Pitt. Like, not everybody's got to have that conventional look. Like with me, when I look at guys, it's not, my attraction is based off of energy and like, conversation and stuff. So it's not always about looks with me either. So I don't get why people get so wrapped up in looks. But it could have been something. Maybe they had great conversations. Maybe he got a good pipe game. Who knows? Because he look like I think he's a redhead. I've heard stories about redheads being mutants between me down there. So they said that a lot of redheads are well endowed, child. So I do agree with that, but like I said, I agree with her on that whole thing with Ariana Grande. But then I don't agree with that. She said that Ethan was a weak man who disgusts her, and it's like, girl, would you worry about your own relationships? Like, what are you talking about? Like, why would he be a weak man? Like, to me, it's like, if she's interested and he's interested, then that's great. But I say, Ethan, you better watch it, because if you really think that this whole situation with Ariana is going to last, I don't see it as lasting. I see it like once the adrenaline wears off or whatever the case is, she's probably going to move on to the next thing. And I hope, in my opinion, that it's worth it, that you are willing to sacrifice your former marriage, being a dad, all that stuff. But I hope he's still spending time with his kid in between all the mess. I hope it's worth it that you're running behind this girl, because she gives me like Jennifer Lopez or whatever. Once she's bored with you, she's moving on to the next thing. And also, I feel like I've had this conversation before. We really need to normalize the fact that not everybody is good with relationships. Some people are good at being alone. That's why I appreciate and respect Whoopi Goldberg, because she's mentioned this on The View and in many conversations she has. She's like, I've done the whole marriage thing. I've done the whole relationship. I realize, I mean, if I want to get some, I'll get some. Or I got toys or whatever the case is. But I realize in my situation, I love being alone. And I feel like for me, I agree, because I feel like I'm that type of person too. I've done the whole relationships thing. I realize I like my freedom. I like being alone. And if I want to get some, hello, I live in New York. It's not that hard to get laid, trust and believe. But when it comes to the relationship stuff, all that extra work that I got to put, I got other things. I ain't got time to be something. Where you going? Who's that? I ain't got time for jealousy. I don't got time for none of all that energy. That's why I like being a bachelor by choice. And if I want to go out and hunch, I can do that. But I get a lot of the things that I need from my close friendships that I have with the friends that I have. So, well, look, and they've always said a broken clock could be right twice a day. And, every now and again, yes, Klandace can be right about some shit. I still don't like the dusty ass bitch, but, what she said here, I can agree with in regards to the whole home wrecking conversation. So there's that. Okay, so I see we got comments. A lot of comments. Robert is in the building with the comments today. Okay, it says, it said 1989 is millennials. Mm. Like people said, she has a song break up with your girlfriend on board. Yeah, so it could be that. Look, she has done many a times. Ariana Grande is notorious for doing songs where she has kind of scoffed at other, what people say about her or what she does with her relationships and all that stuff. So if you're talking about, yeah, I'm bored with you, just break up with your girl, because so she's kind of look, when people, I tell you, when people show you who they are, believe them. She's showed you who she is in the songs that she sings, and I guess writes. I don't know if she wrote this song and that song, and I don't know if she wrote the Yes and. I'm sure she, because a lot of times I know a lot of these artists trying to act like they all singer songwriters, but to be honest, they all hire people to write shit. You know how many writers Beyonce had on that last album she put out, and the ones before that. And yeah, I didn't know Wicked is in two parts. And I know they finished rapping a while ago. I think at the end of the year. So I also heard they wrapped Mortal Kombat Part 2. They finally finished that movie. Please better be better than Part 1. There was parts of the first movie that I liked, but I need that to be a better damn movie. I still don't understand how they got Carl Urban as Johnny Cage though. I was like, really? I like Carl Urban, but I ain't see him as no damn Johnny Cage. I like one of her stands says she can't be alone, always needs. It could be that too, which is what I've always said about Jennifer Lopez. And I know that J-Lo is supposed to address that in that new This Is Me Now movie video shit that she got, visual album she got coming out on Amazon Prime next month. And, that I'm glad she's addressing all those things, but I really hope she's going to address it and not poke fun and make little jokes or whatever the case is. Because I do agree with that. There's some people out here that's just like, they can't be alone. But just because you always have people around you, you can still be lonely. Because didn't even look, Madonna wrote and drowned love substitute for love. I found myself in crowded rooms feeling so alone. So to me it don't matter how many people you got around you or how much dick you sticking up in you. At the end of the day, are you fulfilled? That to me is the question when it comes, to people. So does this person fulfill you in other ways besides you just getting off in a good hour? I know some people think an hour of sex is a lot. Really? I'm like, who's in the quickies? Ew. But anyway, it's a confidence. Confidence and sex appeal, a good yeah, and that's why I said also, it's like there could be some guys who are not the most attractive, but if you walk into a room and it's just like exude this energy and this confidence, it's like, oh well, give me some of that. Like I want to be around you. I don't know if I want to hunt you or whatever, but I just want exactly a lot of that energy that you're exuding. And I love people that just walk around just being like, when I walk into a room, I own it, in the words of Nene Leakes back in the day when she did the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I like people who have that kind of energy. It's like, yeah, when you walk into a room, you should own it. You should always own it. And not the own it that Lisa Rinna was talking about, the own it that Nene Leakes was talking about. The high school love story is broken. But look, there's a lot of things that have been put out there in the world in regards of how people should live their lives. People just, in my opinion, should just live their lives the way they want to live it, as long as they're not hurting anybody in the process. So live your life, do what you need to do. But the one thing, like I said, I don't like people who do things under false pretenses. Like if you're in a relationship and you go in separate ways with your husband or whatever, then that's great. But make sure that the other person you getting with worked out they mess, because you are not going to put me, I'll speak for me, you're not going to put me in a situation where I'm looked at as a home wrecker or somebody that came in and destroyed a relationship that was pretty much broken to begin with. You just added the extra, you just took the hammer and hit the glass to finally really shatter it. Like the cracks was already there, but you the one that took the sledgehammer to make the final, shatterization. So that's the way I'll be looking at it. Okay, so let's move on and talk about Dave Chappelle calling out Katt Williams. So Dave Chappelle's, I don't particularly care for Dave Chappelle, but whatever. So he responded to Katt Williams, Club Shay Shay interview, which I wonder how much. I heard that they released more stuff from that podcast. I'm like, child, it was a lot for me to sit through almost, over 3 hours of the first cut. Y'all added more. I don't think I got the energy. Like it really takes like I really have to not. I really have to have like my day open where I'm just like I got you on in the background and I'm working on stuff like this show or whatever. Like today, it was crazy having to run to my job real quick, having to run to the gym, having to come home and deal with my dogs. On top of that, the reason why I ran late this morning, or not even this morning, before I came on the live, was because I had to make sure my dogs ate and I have to separate them because every time they eat, they fighting. I'm like, why are you always fighting when it comes to food? So it's like Xena, she's big. She's a Shar-Pei Bulldog mix. And we're going to get to the story in a minute. So let me take this all while I tell this story. So like Xena with the Bulldog Shar-Pei mix, she's huge. She has we had to get her a table to put her bowl in because it's hard for her to bend down and eat the food. And plus she drools all, out the sides of her mouth. So like the drool getting in the food is so gross, but she eating it, not me. So she has to eat out the bowl. I mean, out the she got to be leveled on the table to eat over and all that other stuff. So Prince, he's a smaller dog. I had to take his bowl and put it off in another section so that way he could eat his food. Because if I put them both bowls in the table situation, Xena gonna try to damn near kill Prince because she thinking she gonna be greedy and eat his food and her food. So today I was like putting the bowl over in the corner for him to eat. She's going over to him. I don't know, says, that's yours right over there. You need to go over there and you need that. So it's like I gotta watch him because there be times I'll walk away and I was like I'm literally hearing her attacking him. I'm like, girl, what is your malfunction? You need to relax. So she be trying to kill this is the problem with having multiple dogs. Dogs be out here crazy, child. So wait, so I see you added more stuff, but then we'll get to the Dave Chappelle thing. The thing is, our community is judging Ariana. Oh, the gays are judging. And my thing is this: if the gays are out here judging Ariana, do the gays have room to judge? Especially when a lot of y'all run out here acting like y'all in these amazing monogamous relationships, but a lot of them shits is open. Just asking for the class. Because look, that is the tea that be in our situation. I can't tell you how many situations where I've had dudes slide into my DMs that's in whole relationships trying to get some and married and things and all that other stuff. So I'm like, I thought y'all was monogamous. I thought y'all was, so I be side-eyeing everybody relationship. I'm like, look, to each his own. If y'all relationship is open, then be open. I do know people also who are friends of mine that are open and honest about the fact that they are in relationships, they're married, but their shit is open. And those are the ones I appreciate versus the ones that be out here trying to perpetuate a certain image on social media. Like, oh, this the man for me and he loved me and da-da-da-da, so on and so forth. But then you out here laying it low and spreading it wide when the man leave the house to go to work. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. They said, but gays are just as bad and proud of it not being home wreck. Yeah, there's a lot of, another thing why I say for me, I can't stand hypocrisy. Like people who are hypocrites in that sort of way, I can't stand that either. So, excuse me. So I definitely get that. Okay, so let's get to this Dave Chappelle story again. Take two. So Dave Chappelle went on, he was on stage at Monterey's. Okay, that's an interesting name for a thing. But anyway, so it's Monterey's at the Hollywood Improv on Friday. It's an event that's hosted by comedian D. Davis. Now, Chappelle's sets, they said, are known for their no phone policy. Segments of his set where the comedian criticizes Williams have circulated on social media. So even though they said that there was supposed to be no videos or whatever, you already know in this day and age, people will find a way to leak things online and upload videos for people to see. So it's out there. And we do have the clip, so we're going to play it here, and then we'll come back.
Part of the game is this. He only eat the niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. And none of these white boys function like that. And Katt is one of the best hangers in the game. So why are you drawing all ugly pictures of us? Stop. And Katt and hurt people, but I am a hurt person. They never hurt people. And he does it all the time. Fuck this one and fuck that one and fuck this one. But nigga, I didn't hear anything that you did wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. Katt didn't do nothing wrong.
And Rec TV.
I'm gonna bring a picture of a black guy. Katt did this to me. Katt was talking about shit that niggas did to other niggas, but not about anything that niggas did to him. If I told my story, it would break your heart. Your heart. If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never, ever told on anybody. And this nigga is the arbiter of truth. Katt, listen, I fuck with Katt hard.
And Rec TV.
Wait, D-Ray, just tell me what part of the game fucks up another nigga's paper?
And Rec
What part
TV.
of the game is about tilling on another nigga? Tiffany Haddish is lifting something heavy, and as clumsy as she is, I don't disagree with Katt. He be telling the real shit.
And
hey,
Rec
this one's fucked up this
TV.
way, and that one's fucked up this way. Yes, nigga, that is true. But why would you say that? Because all of us are trying to be in a better situation. Can we get over it?
That and Rec TV was getting on my goddamn nerves. We get it, that was your footage, but you was cutting into what they were saying. But the gist of it is that he was basically saying, why are you going in on your own people? We all trying to be a squirrel, we're all squirrels trying to get a nut, and we trying to get to a better situation. But my thing is this, I get that, and he's saying go after the higher people up and all this other stuff, and that would be good if they did that. But here's the thing with Katt Williams, don't come for me unless I send for you. And that's basically where he went with it. And the thing is, Katt Williams, I told you, he and I share a birthday. We both September 2nd Virgos. My thing, I follow in the same footsteps as Katt Williams. Don't come at me sideways talking shit to other people and expect me not to retaliate. I'm not a starter of a fight, but I will finish the shit. And that's basically what Katt Williams was doing at the time why he went on Club Shay Shay. Is because all the people, and he said it in the damn interview if you actually watched it, instead of running up there with D-Ray saying all the bullshit you were saying. But at the same time, I could ask you also, sir, why you always going in on the trans community every time you got a goddamn special up? Why you always going in on certain communities when you got to make your little jokes? So you worrying about, because, the trans people out here trying to live their lives. Now, I'm not trying to sit out here and say that, everybody should be, you can't talk about certain demographics and stuff. Like I told you, I'm an equal opportunity offender. I love those type of jokes, but you got to be clever with the stuff. Now, like I said, with Katt Williams, he didn't go and just decide, I'm just going to go on Club Shay Shay and just start dragging everybody and then just cursing people out and talking ish about people. Even like what he said, even if it's true, why would you put that on blast? Because these people out here lying, these people out here got, talking all kinds of ish about me. So now I got to come on and defend myself. And Shannon Sharp provided him with that platform. So she should be able to do that. And all of a sudden, I find it funny, like any other time, y'all be looking the other way when it comes to black people taking down other black people. But when it comes to comedy, that's the line that you're going to draw. Fuck off my line with that. So I get where Dave is coming from with this or whatever, but I'm just not agreeing with it. I feel like don't come out your face and come at me sideways with some stuff if you don't want the smoke. Don't sit up here and talk all kinds of crap and doing those other stuff or talking out both sides of your mouth or making up stuff when you on these shows. I was like, well, wait a minute, I did shows with this person. I've seen this person out and about, and I'm not going to sit up in here and let him try to spread these lies and all this other foolishness all over the social medias and their interviews and thinking they're going to get away with that foolishness. No, I'm putting everybody on blast. They're all getting the smoke. All those people that came after me and said all that shit, yeah, I'm coming in with the full clip of the semi-automatic weapon, and everybody's getting lit the fuck up when I walk in the room. That's just the way it's gonna be. And if people don't like it, just move on. But comedians don't need to be out here responding to all this stuff, especially if you weren't talked about. Because I'm trying to remember, did he mention Dave Chappelle or anything in the conversation? I don't think Dave Chappelle even came up. He was, when it came to all the stuff that was coming up about the story, I don't even think he was mentioned. So I don't even but I get it. It's like, it's the industry. This is a hot button topic. People still talking about it. It got over 30 million views on social media. I'm sure it's probably gotten higher numbers since then. I haven't looked. And so any comedian that's going to be going around doing interviews or whatever the case is, this is going to be the topic of discussion that other comedians are going to bring up, and they're going to give their say, and it's going to leak out, and it's going to be said what, it's going to be said, and we're going to hear about it. Now, the question remains, excuse me, is Katt Williams going to say something? Is he going to retaliate, or is he going to clap back over what this guy said? Or maybe he's like, I ain't got time. I'm out here actually selling out tours all over the world, making my money without having to kiss the ass of Hollywood celebrities or these moguls or Netflix or whatever the case is. And maybe that's the reason why Katt Williams is not coming out saying nothing against the higher ups, because he's getting all these specials. Unless he's like one of those comedians that self-produces his specials and puts it out there for people to buy. So we'll see. Okay, so we have 3 more topics to get to, and then we are done with today's show. Okay, so hold on. I was like, oh, where's my next banner? Okay, so Kevin Hart, Tasha K getting it from both sides. She getting 2 people coming after her. So we got Kevin Hart and we got Cardi B. But we're gonna get to the Cardi B story after we do this one. The latest update on her trying to get her money. But first things first, let's get to Kevin Hart because he's the latest one. So according to Radar Online, Kevin Hart revealed the non-disclosure agreement signed by his ex-assistant Maisha Shakes as part of his defamation lawsuit against his former employee and blogger Trashy K. Now, Radar Online has obtained the evidence submitted in court by the comedian as part of his plea for a restraining order and injunction. Now, last month, Kevin sued the duo over an interview Maisha did with Trashy. The entertainer said Maisha made several false claims about him in her sit-down. Maisha worked for Kevin from August 2017 to October 2020. In his suit, Kevin claimed an associate of Trashy's contacted his team before she published the interview. She claimed the associate said the interview will be shelved if Kevin coughed up $250K. Kevin said he refused to pay the contact. That sounds like some shit she do too. So I believe it, based off of how she be moving in these streets. So I definitely believe, she tried to pull a shakedown on him. Kevin said he refused to pay and contacted the police. His team fired off a cease and desist letter to Trashy, demanding she not post the interview due to Maisha being under an NDA and due to her making alleged false claims about him. Trashy blew off the cease and desist letter, of course, like she'd been blown off paying Cardi her money, and decided to publish the interview. Now, Kevin then filed a civil suit over alleged extortion and defamation. His lawsuit read, Trashy has an established history, of posting defamatory and other improper content regarding celebrities. Now, Radar first reported, weeks after filing the suit, Kevin filed a motion for a restraining order and injunction that will order Trashy to immediately remove the interview from her social media platforms. And they said that he watched the interview too. Well, these celebrities be out here. They be trying to act like they don't be watching stuff. But if you're talking about them and stuff, you best believe if some former employee was talking about you, I'm going to sit my ass on my couch or in my movie room, because I'm sure Kevin got a movie room with all that money he got. And I'm going to watch this interview on YouTube. So he said he watched the interview where Shakes makes statements about me that were simply false, including I supposedly made a secret video recording of a sexual encounter and faced criminal charges regarding that supposed incident. I did not record any such video, and I have never faced criminal charges in connection with that alleged incident or any related matters. He also wrote, working in the entertainment industry, my livelihood depends a large part of my reputation and the public's perception of me. That perception is a particular concern in light of the fact that I'm involved in a number of family-oriented projects, such as the Jumanji franchise, Fatherhood, Captain Underpants, The Secret Life of Pets, and others, saying I also endorse various national brands, and those endorsement deals depend a part on a public perception of my reputation, respectability, and character. And yeah, when you deep in that whole Hollywood situation, and you got a lot of brands and all the other stuff that are giving you money to endorse. And I'm just saying, I turn on the TV, I be seeing Kevin Hart in little commercials. And yeah, he's been doing a lot of movies that have been geared towards kids, especially, he's been doing a lot of animated films. He's been doing the Jumanji movies. I've been hearing they talking about making another one. And so while I may not particularly be a fan of Kevin Hart and his comedy and stuff, the fact of the matter is that y'all are coming in trying to destroy that man's livelihood because Trashy K got an evil ass spirit and she's just gonna try to take down as many people as she can. Like, she don't get along with nobody in this industry. She always coming after every goddamn blogger under the sun, and has had beef with mostly every goddamn blogger. I don't particularly care for her, and I don't know her, but based off of what I've seen and all this other stuff, I don't particularly care for that broad. And with all this other stuff, like between Cardi and so many other malicious things that she has said over the years and done to people over the years, this is her karma. And I feel like 2024 is the year that everybody's going to get their comeuppance. When y'all go out here and y'all be doing all kinds of crazy stuff to people, look what's happening. Look at Blueface. His ass spent top of 2024 in jail for being the nuisance that he is, and all these other things that's coming down. So y'all had y'all little fun in 2013. Trolls and things of that nature. Y'all had your little fun last year. You got away with murder last year, but karma may not get you today. It may not get you tomorrow. But when it's time to collect, that bitch gonna come and collect what she need to collect. So I'm glad karma's coming. Well, her little net. And she taking y'all off the stage. Remember, like the Sandman back in the days of the Apollo? I don't know. Do they still do that? That's what I'm like. That's what it's giving me with you. With all these people that's coming, karma coming after y'all asses. So, you would think that Trashy would have learned her lesson from like Cardi being granted $4 million. But now you got Kevin Hart coming after you. And I feel like, you know what? Shout out to Cardi B for starting this whole situation. Like, no, bitch, you're not going to come out here and make up stories about me and say all these defamatory things and try to destroy my livelihood because you want to go viral on social media and get your little money, because these people out here who love sensationalism. And this is why I feel like it's embarrassing sometimes to be a podcaster, YouTuber, celebrity entertainment news pundit, and all this other stuff, because there is a responsibility that comes with what we do. And I've been doing this long before Tasha K even knew what this fucking shit was. Like, I've been doing podcasting, YouTube. I've had a YouTube channel for a long time, but I didn't really start taking it seriously until about 4 years ago. I told y'all this story. But blogging, all this stuff, I've been doing this for as long as like Perez Hilton has been doing it. Kris Avalon been around for a long time. Just know that. Go around and ask somebody, because trust and believe the people know. But anyway, so with that being said, there is a responsibility that comes with doing this job. And the responsibility is y'all cannot just be coming out here saying all kinds of crazy stuff about people that's not true and expect there to be not any repercussions. That's why I say allegedly a lot. Or usually when it comes to like things that I've heard and also research, like I be looking stuff up and making sure that I've got my ass, protected. Because I ain't trying to pay no damn lawsuits or be owing $4 million because I'm out here making up lies or whatever about somebody's sexual history and stuff, or giving somebody who I don't even know if they're even valid, what they're saying, a platform to just spread lies about people. Like, who does that? I don't find no joy in doing that. So good luck to you, Kevin Hart, and you better take her ass for all she's. It did say that he filed a lawsuit with all the evidence and stuff, and they also go to show, like, you know what, this girl, he had her in an NDA, and what's the point of having you sign a non-disclosure agreement if y'all not gonna honor it? Like, there's a reason why they have y'all sign these paperworks. It's because y'all can't be out here spilling tea. Now, you'd be a fool if you're a celebrity and don't have these people out here signing NDAs. Because it's like, yeah, whatever goes on my house, you will not be selling that shit to anybody for a check. You're not going to be doing that. You're not going to, defame me and ruin my reputation, and especially my livelihood when I've worked so hard to get where I am because you're a bitter bitch. Like, we're not doing that. Not on Beyonce internet and Solange and Blue Ivy, all the Knowles, except Daddy and Mommy. But yeah, so there's that. So yeah, so speaking of Tasha K, she's still not out of the woods, because Cardi B is another one. Now she's talking about that she believes that Trashy has secret offshore accounts. And wasn't it Funky Dineva that revealed that on TGIF a while ago? I think it was last year. They did a whole segment on that, and he said that we had conversations with, and that's probably why Trashy mad at him, and she did what she did, within the weeks of him quitting and all that other stuff. We talked about that in the past show. I don't want to relive that, or rehash it all the way. But there is this thing where some people feel like she's probably mad at him. That's why she pulled that little stunt with Flame Monroe. I don't think Tasha is crafty in that way or clever enough to even come up with something like that. She just messy. Some people just messy and just evil for the sake of evil's sake. I don't think somebody like her would be that cunning and clever. Now, me, I would do some shit like that out of spite. Like, I will find a way to get your ass back. Because it's like, oh no, I'm not going to take my foot off your neck. I'm going to find a way to get back. So I probably would do something that's spiteful. I don't see her coming up with something that clever because she don't get me like she's smart. Because if she was smart, she would have stopped doing the BS that she was doing after Cardi. Like, you still doing this foolishness out here. And I ain't got it. Or you making little jokes and stuff. But I do believe that she has offshore accounts. And this has kind of been alluded to for a while now. So it says, according to court documents reviewed by, yet again, Radar Online be getting the stuff. The rapper's attorneys have reportedly requested the court to order a woman named Patricia Haynes to comply with a subpoena. Now, Cardi's attorneys allegedly claim that Haynes has information about offshore accounts established by Trashy K, legally known as Latasha Kiwi, that she allegedly did not disclose when she filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Now, according to Hip Hop DX, an alleged failure to disclose assets from Kiwi could be deemed a violation of 18 U.S.C. 152, which details the penalties for those who knowingly and fraudulently conceals from a custodian, trustee, marshal, or any other officer of the court charged with the control or custody of property or in connection with a case under Title 11 from creditors or the United States trustee, any property belonging to the state of a debtor. So in other words, if Cardi's legal counsel was able to prove that Kiwi failed to disclose the full extent of her assets during her bankruptcy proceedings, she might face additional fines and a federal prison sentence up to 5 years. Well, child, if this turned out to be true, and I have a strange feeling it is, Tasha, you in danger, girl. You about to go to jail. You about to be locked up. They ain't gonna let your ass out after maybe 5 years. Or maybe earlier for good behavior, but truly believe it. Now she's gonna have to try to move them accounts again. They said it might be in Africa, so they're gonna subpoena Miss Mamas, and they're gonna have to prove it. And if they can prove it, Tasha, you probably gonna go to jail for 5 years. I don't think they gave you many chances before this to pay Cardi her money, and you haven't done it. So now she coming hard. Like, Cardi is done playing. And at one point I did see like Cardi was said that she almost had a heart and she felt bad and she was actually gonna take her foot off of Tasha's neck for a second and let her breathe a bit and not, really come at her. And then she did, I forget what it was. She did something on social media and she was like, well, fuck that. Now I'm gonna go back after the bitch again. So it's like when you just about to get a little leeway, then she go do something stupid. It might have been the Kevin Hart situation that might have turned her back on to going after Trash. I said, look, a leopard ain't never gonna change the spots, and Trashy Gay ain't never gonna change the spots on her ass. So I don't know why you was even thinking about having a heart against her. She didn't have one against you when she went in on you. So I wouldn't have did it. I'm like, nope, I don't care how you gonna get my coins. You better get it. Bitch better have my money, in the words of Rihanna. Speaking of Rihanna, I seen pictures of her at New York Fashion Week. Miss Thing looked good. She lost the weight. She been showing off the fashion, looking good, and all this other stuff. Speaking of which, I think I also told you I saw at Louis Vuitton show, the one at with Pharrell that he just did with all the Native American type of vibe and the music, and they played the new Miley Cyrus song. Like, they've really been giving it with the fashion so far. I'm looking forward to New York Fashion Week. I actually miss going to New York Fashion Week. I used to go to a lot of the shows, like the Hart shows and all that other stuff. And I don't know. I may have to start checking my spam mails to see if the emails is because it's been a minute since I've gone to, like, I used to go to New York Fashion Week a lot, and I actually miss going. So I got to see some pieces. And I think, like, post COVID, I've really kind of been avoiding like being in those spaces and being around people. But I'm think I'm ready to get back. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day we used to go together, and I was sitting there like, you know what? I kind of miss doing the whole neo fashion thing. When we went out to eat in Chinatown, I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, this area look familiar. I said, I think this is the church that I went to when I went to. There was like a fashion week thing. Then it was something I remember seeing a Michael Costello show. It was a bunch of shows, but yeah. I kind of missed that. Now, I know that was a side thing. I don't know where. Oh, I know what it was. Rihanna and the fashion thing. So then Yeah, I do miss the whole New York, like going to New York Fashion Week and all that stuff. Those are the reasons why I loved about New York, getting to go in a lot of those spaces and you get to see the shows and all of that stuff. So yeah. Oh, speaking of which, before I get to the next topic, I have to say this because remember we was talking about Funky Dineva and TGIF. I did take a gander over to TGIF to see what's the doing. Like I told you, I was not watching when Flame Monroe was on there. I do not support that troll. I don't like that trashy ass bitch. And so I was like, I'm not going to sit there and watch her because she is problematic. She is basically, like what I said, to the LGBTQ community or the trans community, what Klandace is to black folks. Like, she is not one of us. We don't claim her. She could be over there with them, you know, seeking that white people, them heterosexuals' approval. Like, you want to be a what they call it? You want to be a clown for them? I was thinking, a jester. You want to be a court jester for them people over there? You go ahead and do that. You go over there and you play Boo Boo the Fool. You play the clown and you go around and tap dance for them straight people's approval because you don't want to be your authentic self. You go over here and do that. But so they brought this new person, this other person on. His name is Dustin. And I was watching, I was like, oh, he cute. That was the first draw in. And then I actually, once I got past the attractiveness, then I started paying attention to him and some of the way he would address the topics. I was like, you know what? Y'all need to keep him. Keep him over there. First of all, he's eye candy. And number two, he's also smart. And he's really good in that space of like where he can spar with Claudia and Al. You doing? So he's a perfect fit. Y'all don't need to find. So I know a lot of people say about y'all need to find somebody like Dineva. Y'all need to find, no, we don't need another femme queen or butch queen. You don't need another. You know, you don't need another Dineva. Dineva did what Dineva did when she was there. Now he's off doing his own thing. What you need is somebody who can actually fit in that space and really go toe to toe and spar with y'all with the topics and the other stuff. And I felt like he was like the strongest fit, and I think the people liked him. So who knows? They may offer him the job. I said, y'all ain't got to look any further. I mean, if y'all want to still play in the field and bring in other pundits, y'all could do that. But I don't know. So far, my choice is Dustin because that other troll, she wasn't it. And then Carolina, I like her, but she's no. They don't need two women on that. No shade. Just let Claudia be the moderator, and you have your bisexual and whatever. I don't know what Dustin's sexual. I think he bad for our team, but you just have somebody that's within the LGBT because that is what the initial idea for the show was. TGIF is basically a show that was supposed to be like a panel show with LGBT people on it, with queer men on it, or people within that spectrum, and then you have Claudia, who was the straight moderator. That's the original idea of the show. Because remember, Gary with the T was originally on there, and then she got into it with Ricky Smiley and made him make a choice. You either stay with her or you know. So there was that situation. I don't think people knew that story, but that's what it was. So Gary over there doing what he do with Dish Nation. Okay, so yeah, that's who my choice would be so far. We'll see who they put on this week. So yeah, I'm gonna be peeking and gandering and all that other stuff. To see what they doing over there. You know, I'm nosy. I watch all my contemporaries. Okay, so let's get to our final topic, which is Alec Baldwin, who was indicted, which I don't know why, but okay, we'll get into it. So Baldwin, who's 65, was initially charged in the case of, in January 2023. And that was because he was on the set of a movie and he had a Colt 45, which he shot. I guess he was in a rehearsal, whatever the case was, and he wound up killing someone on set. So they're saying that Baldwin's defense team raised questions about whether his Colt 45 was functioning properly when it fired. Helena Hutchins, who was the woman that was killed accidentally, she was preparing to film a scene with Baldwin at a ranch near Santa Fe, New Mexico in October when the gun went off. Baldwin has maintained that he did not pull the trigger. If convicted, Baldwin faces 8 to 18 months in prison. So we look forward to our day in court. This is what Baldwin's attorneys Luke Nikas and Alex Spiro said in a statement on Friday. And two special prosecutors, Carrie Morrissey and Jason Lewis, sent the gun for further forensic testing, saying that the experts Lucian and Michael Hagg reconstructed the gun, which had been broken during FBI testing, and concluded that it could only have been fired by a pull of the trigger, saying this fatal incident was the consequence of the hammer being manually retracted to its fully rearward and cocked position, followed at some point by the pull or rearward depression of the trigger. Although Alec Baldwin repeatedly denies pull the trigger, given the test finding and observations reported here, the trigger had to be pulled or depressed sufficiently to release the fully cocked and retracted hammer of the evidence revolver. Now, what I've heard is that when you're on a set or whatever, you're not even supposed to pull the trigger on a gun. Also, when you have a gun, you're not even supposed to point the gun at the person that you're aiming the gun at. So if I'm doing a scene, say if I'm in John Wick #5, and I have a gun, and basically my character is supposed to try to shoot John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves, also my Virgo twin, because he's another one born September 2nd. I cannot point the gun at him. If I point the gun at him and it goes off, I can kill him. Look, isn't that the same thing that happened with Brandon Lee? So yeah, it's like you're not supposed to point the gun at the person when you're on a movie set. So they're saying that the trigger was pulled. So they said that you're not even supposed to pull it, and I guess they put like a little pin or something in it to make sure that the thing is not supposed to go off. This is why I'm like, when it comes to a lot of these sets and stuff, y'all need that thing, what they were doing on John Wick, which is when they shoot the guns and stuff on set, you hear a clicking noise. So it's like, and you know the gun is going off, but it's not necessarily going because there's nothing in the thing to make sure the gun goes off. So you hear the clicking noise, and they'll add the bullets and the gun sounds and all the effects and stuff in post. So they do it that way. I kind of wish that they would do that further with movies, but the fact of the matter was, where was the person that was on set that's supposed to be overseeing the guns and making sure that the gun was safe enough for the actor to use? Because you're supposed to have somebody on set that handles that. Also, the actor, they're supposed to go into gun training and all the other stuff where they're supposed to know how to handle a gun and stuff on set. And I'm sure as long as Alec Baldwin's been acting, and he's been acting for over 40 years, he knows what the protocols are and the procedures are for a gun. And I think it's because he's also a producer on this movie. Excuse me. That's also a reason why people are coming down on him. They're going to set an example. Now, do I think he should do jail time and stuff for this or whatever? No, I don't think that he should. I think this is ridiculous. I also don't like the idea that they went and continued this film after what had happened. Like, I feel like at that point, y'all should just stop filming the movie. I don't even think they were that far along in filming. But I feel like they should just scrap the film and kept it moving. I'd rather do that and take an insurance, the whole L with the insurance or whatever, than, oh yeah, the show must go on. And it's like someone literally died because of the incompetence of the people that were working on this set, because y'all were trying to cut corners and you didn't want to do what needed to be done in regards to making sure that all the safety protocols were in place. So that way there was nobody hurt on these sets. So y'all were trying to cut corners because, budget or whatever. But if that's the case, then y'all shouldn't have been doing this type of film where there was going to be guns and shit involved. So there's that. So I'd say with Alec, I don't know. Good luck on this thing. I hope that you don't end up going to prison or whatever with it. I just hope that it's they figure it out. But they said Helena's attorney said that the charges were warranted in regards of Baldwin being charged with manslaughter. Said that they support the charges, but fully cooperate with the prosecution and fervently hope the justice system works to protect the public and hold accountable those who break the law. And it says that they held him responsible not only for pulling the trigger, but also for a series of management lapses that led to relaxed safety standards on set. However, the New Mexico division of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration concluded that Baldwin, though he was a producer of the film, was not in a position of management authority and was not culpable with the lack of oversight. So like I said, he's a producer on the film. And yeah, there are certain things, I guess, as a producer, there are certain, I don't know what his job, there are many jobs that producers handle when they're on a set. But yes, as a producer also, y'all should be making sure that there are people in management positions that whatever division that you have on set, especially when it comes to handling weaponry. There are people that handle that sort of thing on movie sets. Just like you have fight coordinators that make sure that when you're doing stunts or whatever, that you're doing it correctly so there's no injuries. There should have been somebody on set that's handling the weapons and stuff to make sure that the actors don't end up injuring themselves or someone else. That's what I always tell you. Even when you playing with fake guns and stuff on movie sets, never aim it at yourself, because if you do, you can kill yourself. I believe somebody actually did that. One time there was an actor, I forget who it was, put a gun to his head, joking around, went off, and he killed himself. So you can't be playing around with these weapons. Like, it's real serious stuff when you on these movie sets playing around with these props, these prop guns. You got to be careful with that. Unless you don't want to live, then go ahead. You keep playing around. The only gun I put in my head is a water gun. Like, I ain't messing with these real shits or these prop guns for movie sets, because you never know. So there's that. And good luck to you, Mr. Baldwin. All right, so we have come to the end of today's show. Thank you all for tuning in to a latest episode of Kris Avalon Unfiltered. For those of you who were watching, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for those who were in the comments, particularly Robert, who was dropping a lot of gems throughout the show. And yes, so if you haven't already, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification button, so that way you'll know when we go live with a brand new episode or the next episode of Kris Avalon Unfiltered. And definitely, if you haven't followed me already on my social media platforms, do so by looking down in the description over on YouTube. I have on my TikToks, my Instagram, my Facebook, my, all the posts on all the places where you can find me on social media. They are there. So, and then you be able to have a little fun with us over there on Facebook or whatever. Whenever I'm posting stuff on there, you can drop a comment or whatever the case is. Just like y'all drop comments over here. So anyway, love you all for watching. Love you all for listening. Love you all for having me on in the background while you're doing your cooking, all that good stuff, or working with your kids and helping them with their homework, whatever the case is. And yeah, so love you all. And until next time, ciao, darlings.